Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? I go by RB, and this is Philly Take with RB. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, be sure to smash that like button. And if you're new and want to stay updated on some great Philly content, be sure to hit that subscribe. So today, Jim Schwartz went ahead and had his press conference. I know we're kind of going down the line here, seeing everybody talk to the media. It's been nice. It's been a good breath of fresh air. And Jim Schwartz had a lot of good things to say about the secondary, the linebacker core, younger guys stepping up, scheme. But first and foremost, the biggest thing that a lot of people have been wondering is what is going to happen with Darius Slay, the addition of a top corner in this league. Is he going to mirror the opposing team's top receiver? How is that all going to work? And they asked Jim Schwartz today, and he came right out in the open and said, we should expect to see Darius Slay covering the top receiver on the opposing offense. And that's very good to hear. Over the years here in Philly, Jim Schwartz really hasn't had that top weapon, that top corner. So he has been restrained in some ways. And despite being a Super Bowl defensive coordinator, sometimes he gets out of his own element and gets a lot of criticism. But some of it is deserved, some of it is over the top. But we are glad to see that Jim Schwartz finally has a big piece like Big Play Slay to work with here. And I'm excited to see what he's able to do. Now, he did say, you know, sometimes it could be 50% of the games. It could be 75% of the games. It could even vary within a game depending on the matchup, depending on the kind of reads that we're seeing. And he said that, moreover, our corners need to be multi-dimensional. They need to be versatile. If Darius Slay has to shift into the nickel to guard a top receiver, well, someone has to shift outside and be able to cover on the outside. Can't bite on double moves, can't get beat deep. So he's looking for our guys to really move around and be versatile defenders, which I like to hear. I think we have a lot of pieces on the defense that are capable of doing that. He said that the Eagles have always cross-trained our guys, and before we've had guys like Nigel Bradham and Malcolm Jenkins who have played all over, and we're really good at doing that. But even though we've had good guys that are able to successfully do that, he says that that's always been a priority of the Eagles defense, to cross-train our guys. So I'm excited to see what happens with this defense. He talked about the cornerback 2 position, and really, from what I got from what Jim Schwartz said, was that honestly, it's kind of wide open. It's really whoever's job who wants to go out there and win it. Guys like Avante, Nickel Roby-Coleman will probably end up more in the slot. But Avante, like I said, he's versatile. He's been cross-trained. He might end up winning the cornerback 2 job based on his success before. So there's guys that can really move around. But yeah, cornerback 2 is going to be an open gig here at camp. So whoever wants to go out and take it, I'm excited, whether it's Avante, Sidney, or somebody else. He talked about Jalen Mills today and said that really our safety job, it seems like it's up for grabs between Jalen Mills and Will Parks, at least to start the season. Obviously, I'm excited about a guy like Kayvon Wallace potentially coming in later in the season, depending on what happens, and taking a spot or maybe for the future. But he says Jalen Mills has obviously been cross-trained. He seems a lot more comfortable at safety, given the fact that he's played the position before. And, you know, I'm not opposed to seeing Jalen Mills at safety. I did not like him throughout his tenure at corner. Was not the worst for a 7th round pick, but certainly was not the best. So I'm excited to see him back in his element as safety. And I'm excited to see what he's able to do, given the fact that he always plays hard. He plays with aggression. Maybe it'll benefit his career and extend it moving forward. But it seems like there's a lot of jobs open. Jim Schwartz talked about the defensive line. They asked him, will there be times in which we might see, 3 defensive tackles? And he said that Malik Jackson has proven to be a guy that can even shift over to defensive end. He says that we did not really get to see his promise last year, given the fact that he got hurt in week 1. So I'm excited to see what they try to do there. Maybe Malik Jackson does shift over. Maybe he's able to play anywhere on the defensive line. That would be huge for this Eagles team. Like I've said, we are kind of replicating building like we did in 2017 in terms of the depth on our D-line. And maybe we even look better on paper right now than we did years ago. So I'm excited to see what happens. I hope these guys are able to stay healthy, but our D-line, is, like always, is usually one of our strongest components, and on paper, we look like we have one of the best in the league, so I'm excited to see that. Lastly, Jim Schwartz talked about the linebacker core, and I'll probably end up doing a video on this based off where we go after Nigel Bradham has signed with the Saints. But really, he said, despite the lack of household names, we've been training our guys. We're expecting them to step up. Some of our draft picks, Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley, we have guys that can do a lot of different things, whether it's moving around, dropping back in coverage, just being those pests all over the field. And I'm excited to see what happens. But overall, Schwartz says he's very excited about this roster to work with these guys. And really, I think this is probably one of the best rosters that he's had in his career, and definitely here in Philadelphia. We know all the things with Jim Schwartz. He really has to step up and be that top-notch defensive coordinator that we've seen in the past. I'm really excited about this defense. I'll leave the link to the description to the interview below. But you guys let me know your thoughts about the Eagles defense, about Jim Schwartz, everything that's going on. What do you project to see from this Eagles defense this year? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Appreciate you for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.